Hey all, today we're looking at this. This is the BlueRetro dongle from RetroScaler. This lets you use modern controllers on a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. It runs the open source BlueRetro firmware, and we'll take a look at that in a bit. But first, let's unbox it. Okay, inside the box, we get our manual, as well as an invitation card to their Discord. And there we have the dongle. Now, I got the black version. This dongle comes in a variety of colors, including blue, gray, and red. So we'll just get that out now. And it also comes with a nice long USB-C to Type-A connector, I assume for firmware upgrades. So I'll move that out of the way. Before we begin, I just thought we'd take a look at the 8-bit do dongle. Now, I've been using this for quite some time, and I'm quite happy with it, but I believe the BlueRetro has some features that the 8-bit do adapter does not, and that's thanks to the open source firmware. All right. Without further ado, let's plug it in and take a look. Okay, so I've plugged in the adapter into slot 1 of my PlayStation 2, and it's blinking. I think that means it's in pairing mode. So we can go and try and synchronize it to a controller. So I have an Xbox One controller, and we're going to try and get this working. So we'll just hold down the pairing button. And I think that's it. I think it's paired. Okay, so here we have it. We have our Xbox One controller connected to the PlayStation 2 via the adapter, and it works perfectly fine, including rumble and analog support. So, I guess what we'll do now is, let's take a look at some of the more advanced features via the web UI. Welcome to the BlueRetro web config. The URL is blueretro.io, and I'll put a link to that in the description. But you can navigate over here, Advanced Config, Connect BlueRetro, and you should see your BlueRetro device. If you do not already see your BlueRetro dongle here, what you need to do is make sure all controllers are disconnected and the device is in pairing mode. It will be flashing. Click BlueRetro and hit pair. From here, we can change advanced settings. We can change the slot to slot 1 for multitap. We'll take a look at that later and see if we can get that working. We can also change settings such as the source. So we are going to edit the Xbox One controller, and the destination is PSX PS2. And you can see our button mappings here, and now we can change that any way we like. We can change that. I'm going to leave it as the defaults. We're going to leave this alone, although we will go back and revisit multitap and see if we can get a multiplayer game working. Note, this is only for PSX. If we want to update the firmware, you can navigate over to the OTA firmware update. Note, the manual states that you can use some other piece of software that they recommend. I personally think that this is a better option for updating the firmware. So click here for OTA firmware update. Click here to connect the BlueRetro. Again, the same process. If it's not in pairing mode, it won't show up. Click here, pair, and it's telling us that we can download the latest firmware from here. We're currently using version 24.10 dirty. So let's go to itch.io. You'll be directed to their itch.io where you can click download now. This is an open source project, and I highly encourage you to throw them a few bucks for their hard work. But for now, we'll just click no thanks and take me to the downloads. And we have hardware 1. So we're going to download 25.04 hardware1.zip and download. And just to be sure, you can see appver is hardware 2. This is false, meaning we need to use hardware 1. Now I've extracted the file, and we can go choose firmware, hardware1.zip, and we can see our device. And we want hardware 1 playstation.bin. Press open, and click on update firmware. Make sure not to turn off your PlayStation or unplug the device while this is updating. Note, the process will probably take a few minutes, so step away, make yourself a cup of tea, and be patient. Firmware update is completed, and it says Bluetooth device disconnected, and the BlueRetro device will restart, and we can now pair it again and verify we did the update. So click on Connect BlueRetro, we should see it again, click Pair, and we now see we have version 25.0. Now, for fun, I thought we'd take a look at the multi-tap feature. Again, this is only for PlayStation 1 games according to BlueRetro. So click on Advanced Config, connect BlueRetro, pair, and what we're going to do is enable multi-tap for slot 1, and we're going to hit save. Now it says we need to power cycle the BlueRetro adapter for it to take effect, so we'll restart that and take a look. Okay, so we're back at our adapter, and we're going to put it into pairing mode so we can test the multi-tap feature for PlayStation 1. So we'll just hold this button for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, and it is now back into pairing mode. So let's see if we can connect a second controller. Okay, so in the last clip, you just saw me enter pairing mode on the adapter, and in the in-between, I managed to pair this Super Nintendo controller for the Nintendo Switch. As you can see here, I just pushed the button there, and it quickly connected, just as you expect. One thing to note, though, the Xbox One controller disconnected after that. All you need to do is push a button to wake it up, and it will automatically reconnect to the BlueRetro adapter. So we now have two controllers connected to our BlueRetro, and we also enabled multitap. So that means on games that support multitap on the PlayStation 1, we can use two controllers with just one adapter, which is pretty cool. We have controller 1 here, and right, we control player 1, and on controller 2, we can control player 2. So that's pretty cool. Again, this only supports PlayStation 1 games, and it only supports games that support multitap. If it's a two-player game that doesn't support multitap, you're just going to have to get two adapters. Again, it depends on the game, and again, PlayStation 1 only. And finally, let's take a look at a PlayStation 2 game, just to show you that they work fine. And here we are in the PlayStation 2 game Midnight Club Street Racing, and everything works how you'd expect it, including rumble support when I crash into these vehicles. And yeah, it turns any controller, such as an Xbox One S controller, into a perfect PlayStation 2 controller. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up this part, and let's go and close off the review. And that brings us to the end of the review. This is the BlueRetro dongle for the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 from RetroScaler. Again, compared to the 8BitDo dongle, the BlueRetro, because of the open source firmware, is far more advanced. You can do some pretty cool things with that. That being said, this is still a perfectly fine dongle. If you're interested in picking one of these up instead, I also did a review on that one as well. But yeah, I'm very happy with this, and I might consider getting a second one just because of how cool it is. And that pretty much wraps up our review of this guy. It can do multitap on PlayStation 1, it does rumble, and supports a wide variety of controllers. If you're wondering what controllers it supports heaps, from PlayStation 3 to Wii to Switch to PlayStation 5, it does everything. So yeah, this is a pretty cool dongle, and I think you'd like one too. If you're interested in picking one up, there is an affiliate link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those wonderful things. And there are some links to my other videos here. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.